Where Blue at?
All right. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at Blue right now, Red. Shout out to everybody in the chat waiting. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
Man, we got some good stuff coming up. Stone Mountain family, all types of things. But we about to get started. Yeah, 9-9 almost here. Yeah, we about to get started. The planet is rocking right now. Yo, the planet is rocking right now, y'all.
Levels to
And
the planet.
yeah, there's levels to it. And shout out to the ancestors out there working on our behalf, even if we don't notice it or even if it doesn't seem that way. But everything's happening in divine timing. And we're gonna get right back in a second. Get comfortable, hit the like button. It is what's today? I don't know the days, right? Oh, today's Sunday. Okay, so it's Sunday night. We'll be right back in 1 minute. Let me play this clip from Holy Ghost 3, myself and Cam Bata. Be right back in 1 minute, family.
Started out with nothing. Now I got a whole lot of something. Breaking through the roof. Willie Walker when he pressed the button. When I do a money ritual, all of a sudden money started coming. Then I cut the Holy Ghost. I still be rhyming even when I'm mumbling. You repeat my name 3 times. While you staring in the mirror, bottle will appear. Like poof, I came from out of thin air. To me the gun is like a magic wand. I make a problem disappear. I would knock a nigga teeth out his mouth. Just to turn him to veneer. I can do magic, I can do magic. 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 When I open up my mouth, I can move masses. Black magic on the beat, turn it to a classic. I'ma take the money out the bank, then I'ma put it in the mattress. So many niggas got.
All right. Woo! Without further ado, I want to bring back my brother Red Pill to the platform. What's good, Red?
I could do magic. I could do magic.
Yo,
that's my shit right there.
Yo, quick story, Red. I seen the dude, what's his name? Brill at the spot.
Yes.
What's his name? So I was
brilliant.
I forgot something. I had lost something at his spot, and he called me and let me know that he found it. So I went to pick it up, and we was talking about music. So he was like, yo, that's Cam on that song. He was like, I thought that was another dude, and Cam was featured on that song. He was like, yo, Cam did his voice like that. I was like, hey, wait till I had to play him the whole track. Yo, people can't believe that Cam did his voice like that. Like, yo, this dude is a true artist. This dude transformed his voice for that track, bro. Like,
I was actually in the studio to see that whole process take place.
Yeah, you was.
I was able to witness that live. You know what I mean? And I'm just honored, bro. Like that whole section for Holy Ghost 3 that you allowed me to sit in for like 3 days. You know, that shit helped shift me further into a direction as a better artist. I was definitely taking notes from the God tier MC himself, Kambata, and also the God tier producer, Black Magic, because once again, I always have to reiterate that it's the producer, you know, it's the one who makes the beat, the sonic soundscape, the sound bed. You really are the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics are one thing, the hook is another. But it's the beat, my nigga. It's that beat. It's the instrumentals. That's what does something to our mentals and whatnot. So salute to you for perfecting your craft and honestly for getting better every project. You're showing growth. Shit that I heard, you know what I mean? You're definitely showing growth. So salute to you for that. And they are gonna be blown away when they hear this album.
Oh yeah. Hey, family, we having fun out here. We having a good time. First thing we want to talk about real quick, Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain is going down 9-9. We're meeting at, it's called the Walk-Up Trail, right, Red?
Yes, indeed. It's the main trail. It's the main entrance. I doubt that there'll be any other entrance. You are going to see a crowd gathering as you pull up, and the time will be 6:45 a.m. Eastern. For all of y'all that are on different coasts who are going to be tapping in live. And yeah, it's a movie.
Indeed. And get there on time, because we want to walk up the mountain before the sun rises. There's something about walking up the mountain when it's still dark outside. It's like a powerful experience, family. So I want everybody to make sure they get there on time. If you're flying in from out of town, some people are asking help with hotels. You can simply Google hotels next to Stone Mountain, and you will get a better list than what I could probably send you or give you. It'll come up and you'll get all the help you need. But everybody who's coming in from out of town, you can simply Google hotels near Stone Mountain, and there are a lot of options that you could choose from. We don't, unfortunately, at this time, we don't have any deals with hotels right now. That's something in the future Red was talking to me about to consider when we're doing big group events. But just simply look for hotels near Stone Mountain. Once again, 9/9 next Saturday. We're making a journey up Stone Mountain. We're engaging in the mass meditation. We're going to be doing a couple of things. You know, I know KT, the arch degree, is coming through, and I'm gonna see that we got a couple of other speakers that's in the Atlanta area. I'm gonna see if the brother Raku could come through again, and maybe Aquarius Maximus, and just see who's available and get this thing popping. Get this, get this energy going. There's power in numbers. There's power within these mountains. Red, like I said, the planet Earth is on fire, and I don't say that to be disrespectful, but it's just popping right now. And so many different parts of the world, Africa, Hawaii. I mean, the consciousness and the people are rising, and things are going on. Things are happening. America, in Europe. And I just want to talk to you about it, Red, right now on this planet. Some people say, I was talking to Billy, and he said, we haven't seen times like this. This is one of the most unique times we ever seen in the history of the world. So, and that's like, to think about it like, damn, are we really living in times like that right now, Red? So talk to me about, what do you think about everything that's going on? We hitting up the mountain, where we're activating the planet. Talk to me about everything going on the planet right now. These are some interesting times. They trying to come back out with that thing again, Red, and you know what I'm talking about.
So I'm a student of Black Magic 363, along with a teacher on this wonderful platform. And I recall a very powerful show, one of the very powerful shows in the last few days that I was privy to be in attendance. And I believe it was a sister, Erin Alliance, who came through.
Right.
And she was channeling, and she was having divine downloads. She explained that reality, and I'm not quoting her verbatim, but she was basically breaking down the fact that we are the masters of our universe, and reality is what we say it is, what I mean? And we have to begin to claim our unique realities over these preconditioned and these prepackaged programmable realities that they keep selling us. So with that being said, I could do magic. Everything that's going on around the planet started on Stone Mountain a year ago. The spells or the spell casting that was done on Crystal Mountain, when we gathered collectively with the understanding who we are as a collective. The Ras told you, he told us who we was collectively, and he gave us who we were individually when we were coming down the mountain, when he was breaking down Zion and whatnot. That wasn't by coincidence. There were spells and seances, and we enacted, and we began to, quote unquote, we began to charge the crystal up, and we charged the grid up by doing that. You feel me? I could do magic. This is about how you have to place yourself in the story. No, we got Atlanta lit. We cleaned Georgia up. We activated Fannie Willis to do what you know what I mean? We cleaned the crime up in Atlanta. We turned the homicides down. We turned Europe up. Every single place that is experiencing some type of natural, what they call a disaster, I would just call it the planet is waking up. It all harkens back to Moorish history, right? It all has something to do with indigenous Moorish history. You could look at what's going on in Canada, where it first set off. Now, the interesting thing about Canada is that the indigenous, the 5 tribes, won a court settlement where they were rewarded a lot of land back. I would go on record to say hundreds of acres, if not thousands of acres, were basically given back to them through the courts, through the usage of paperwork, through holding these people to the fire because they are not honest people and they break treaties and all kind of stuff. But they were able to beat them in court. Immediately after that, fires began to ravage these areas. Okay. Is this the work of the ancestor? Is this the work of somebody who is nefarious, utilizing weaponry and whatnot? It remains to be seen. However, what I do know is that this has been the reddest summer ever. I'm in Houston, Texas right now. All they're talking about is how hot it was for the month of July and August. They said they've never experienced heat like that, right? The planet, they're fooling our people with this term called global warming. That has nothing to do with what's taking place right now. This has something to do with the fact that the people are waking up. This has something to do with the fact that the fire inside of us is waking up. This has something to do with the fact that something is resurfacing that has been buried in this earth. Subterranean things are rising up from within the earth. Things are rising up from the ocean. Things are rising up that have been buried and whatnot. This has a lot to do with the fact that things are rising up within us. Things that have been hidden are coming to the surface. The veils are being broken. The seals are being broken. The veils are being lifted and whatnot. The same activity that takes place inside of the Godhead of the chosen, or the quote unquote tribes of, they call us the lost tribes and whatnot. The same awakening that's going on in our hearts and our minds, we're seeing it reflected in nature. Like Blue Pill pointed out, and I pointed out, I'm seeing insects this summer in my backyard that I've never seen before. They look like hybrids and whatnot. And my conspiratorial weak mind, or my fear mind, would say, you know, my fight or flight mentality would say, no, that's a drone, and Bill Gates sent this drone right to my backyard to spy on me because I'm lit on YouTube. That's what my conspiratorial mind would say. But my higher self, right, who's not in the fear place, who sees everything as an advantage, who claims everything that one sees as his own power and whatnot, I'm like, yes, this planet is evolving. New insects, they're revealing themselves. We're in a new era. The Great Reset that they spoke about has multiple meanings to it. There is a great reset that's taking place in corporate America by way of Vanguard and BlackRock. Yes, we know about that. We know about the World Economic Forum. Okay, we get it. But there's also a great reset, the Blue Pill, Al-Kibalan 44, and many other scholars pointed out, and that's dealing with the corona rising and whatnot. That's dealing with the fact that the sun is going crazy. Solar activity, there's a solar maximum. And how is this solar maximum affecting our DNA? How is this solar maximum affecting us, the quote unquote chosen few, right? How is this solar maximum? How is it? What's the body language? How is it relating to our activities on this terrestrial surface? And what I would say is it's making Africa revolt. 8 coups, 8 coup d'etats. We're not talking about a regime got replaced by a leader that people are favorable. No, the military stepped in 8 times and toppled governments that were known as puppet governments. They did not topple governments that were for the people. They were toppling the governments that are restricting regular human beings from having toilets in Africa. They're toppling these corrupt governments that have been in power for decades upon decades. These are dynasties. They were keeping basics from the people, like running water and electricity and things of that nature. They're going up in these officials' homes, like the president or the officials in Gabon, and they're finding suitcases with bribe money. I'm talking about suitcases piled to the ceiling, gold bars and all kind of stuff. 8 different coups, and mainly the revolt is against the quote unquote what they call Francophone Africa, the part of Africa that France controls. Now, when we see France being attacked and when we see France falling, those of us from the Moorish mind state and whatnot, we say to ourselves, well, that has to have something to do with our history, because it was France that basically put the lights out of the Moors and whatnot. They were one of the main nations that toppled the Moors, and they sit on top of their information. They have Hiram Abiff in that shallow grave, right? The French took over Morocco, Algiers. They took over many of the African countries and whatnot, and they were some of the and we, of course, we have the secret societies coming out of France because of the simple fact that they were the ones who were toppling our people, and they were taking their writings, they were taking their science, they were taking their information, and they were taking their data, and then they were rewriting it as they were translating it, and they were putting it out as it was theirs. And then they were hiding a lot of stuff in these secret societies, and they were gaining power and wealth. And of course, there are many theories out there that there's Moors that look like this that are behind the scenes running shit. And, you know, that's not a far-fetched idea. However, France is falling. France is getting moved out of Africa, okay? Europe burnt this whole summer. Europe had a heat wave that they call Cerebrus, right? Which basically is the three-headed dog from the gates of hell. You feel me? So they had a heat wave that is basically symbolic of Hades coming upon the surface and breathing fire on the people. This was in Europe before the Maui fire, right? This has been a red summer. This has been a summer of fire. But we shouldn't be surprised at what we see, because as above, below. So the sun is having a solar maximus. The sun is the activity taking place on the sun right now is unprecedented. They've never seen anything like this before. They said the sun is waking up, right? In 2020, allegedly the sun had supposed to woke up, but the sun, it was just yawning at that point. Now it's at a point where it's beginning to wipe the coal out of its eyes. Proverbially, the sun is woke. Whew. And not only is the sun woke, but the sun in its wokeness was cleaning up a lot of pale people this summer, right? You know what I mean? And they were covering that up. They didn't want you to know about these numbers, but they experienced some very heavy losses. Some very heavy losses as a result of this unprecedented heat wave and whatnot. So we have the Canada fires. They were unprecedented, that happened to still be burning. Then we had the European fires, and we had the European heat wave, and we had the European, it was not, they didn't call it just a heat wave, it was a heat surge. Then, of course, we had the fires that were taking place in Spain, right? Moorish. We had the fires that were taking place in Greece, Moorish. We have the fires in Turkey. We have the Moorish. We have the fires in Canada, Moorish. We have the fires in Maui, Hawaii, Moorish. Then we have fires in places like Houston. There was a whole mound on fire, right? And they said that the mulch caught fire, but the visuals of it was a whole mound burning down. I'm like, that's the ancestors. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, pay attention. Somebody is talking to you. The great divine speaks through signs. Every communication doesn't come through YouTube channels, doesn't come through the NBCs, mainstream media, and it's not every communication is not auditory. It's not somebody saying things. You have to look around and have symbol literacy and be able to assess what it is that you're seeing. So yes, the planet is burning. Things are beginning to surface from the ocean that has, you know, species that they've never seen before. You know,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The ocean is 90 somewhat degrees. Okay.
Yo, when I went to Florida, Red, and you know, you get in that ocean water, it'd be cold. Your body be like, but nah, not this time. That ocean water was
brace
warm.
yourself.
Yeah. Ocean water warm now, bro.
It was like a hot tub, you telling me?
Like a hot tub, my G. Yeah, it was.
So you mean to tell me I could get two birds for one? I could go and get in the ocean, get my pores and everything clean, and I could bring a Ziploc in there and do a seafood boil.
Hey, both,
Damn.
bro. Yeah,
That's
that ocean
dope.
water different, bro. It was different. And yeah, I'm just like, wow, with everything going on right now. I'm like, wow. You know what's interesting, Red, is that we hear so much talk about the sun, but that moon is out there popping too.
That
Like
moon
that, we
is
talk,
lit.
we hear about the sun corona. The moon got corona is popping too. Moon be out there shining. It got the whole rainbow around it, damn near, man. And
Right.
I'm not into the moon is an evil entity. And if you believe that, there's no problem with that. I'm more of a moon god. I do a lot of rituals under the moon.
Praise, I give honors and praise to the moon. Stop a law for anybody bad mouthing the moon, because if you deal with magic, I could do magic. My magic comes online. Right. My magic comes online when I'm in the sun. Yes, because I get great downloads, but nothing beats the lunar downloads.
Yeah.
Nothing beats getting over the fear of the dark. Getting that out the way, listening to nature communicate with you when everything is shut down and whatnot, and taking in that moon magic. Nothing beats breaking day.
Indeed.
I did that the other day, and I felt like superpowers were coming online. I just was working, and I said, you know what? I'm not finna go to sleep. I'm gonna just work until the sun comes up. And it was a great feeling. I felt accomplished in a way. So no, the sun and the moon is out here rocking shit. This is not, we don't have to pick one over the other. This whole reality, this shit is just lit right now. Yeah, we're in what I call the multiverse. Multiple timelines converging at once. It's the past, the present, and the future going down at the same damn time. You know what I mean? Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's where we're in right now. You know, timelines are folding upon each other, and you know, psychic powers have been heightened. Niggas is getting their karma. Niggas is getting their karma like it's coming from Amazon. Then we have to wait. It's coming right away. Intuition is on fleek. You could basically manifest way quicker now. You feel me? It's all about frequencies, though, because people that I know, because look.
Yeah, Red disappeared. Is that just me, family? Or is Red?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's affecting, the frequencies are affecting people at low frequencies and people at high frequencies, because the people at the low frequencies, they're receiving their karma too. The people at low frequencies, they're tapping out quicker too. When, you know what I mean? It's like shit is speeding up for them as well. So if there's dis-ease with them, it's taking them out quicker. If there's some type of lower frequency mind state, they're bringing negativity to them faster. You feel me? So I saw a video by a sister by the name of Ty Phoenix today, and she was highlighting that there's what is known as the Great Divide taking place, where people are beginning to take sides and whatnot and identify their tribe, or rather their frequency. And they're like, yo, I'm drawing a line in the sand right here. I'm not rocking with that no more. I'm not blending my frequencies just because people have melanin to make them feel good. No, I ain't with it. I'm not righteous and ratchet. You know, I just want to be righteous. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to toe the line. I just want to be what I just want to be what my higher self wants me to be. I don't want to wallow in the mud and make excuses, right? I don't want to nigga-splain the shit that goes on that black people do, because it satisfies my lower root chakra. You know what I mean? I'm getting my root chakra coddled, right? And that shit feels good, but nobody's never seen me in my upper chakra representative. Nobody's seen the indigo chakra version of me, but everybody knows the red chakra version of you on Instagram, ma or bro. And then people are trying to make that the norm and whatnot. People are trying to shame individuals who demand higher from their community. People are trying to shame individuals who demand higher frequencies. Show up in your higher frequencies, because to show up twerking and whatnot, or to show up, you know, on some Sukiana shit, that's an easy layup. It doesn't take much effort, y'all. It just takes putting away your pride and whatnot in your back pocket. It just takes shutting off your higher self who's screaming at you in your left ear like, don't you dare do that. That's all it takes. It just takes turning that shit off, turning off the Bluetooth of the ancestors and going out on your own on some egotistical, nobody can't tell me nothing, right? Because what was the purpose of consciousness if it wasn't to represent ourselves in self-mastery, discipline, integrity, and a certain type of character? You know what I mean? I blame that on the internet, because so many people got into this conscious thing. They didn't have no orientation. They didn't even know why they showed up. It was a rest haven for a lot of people. It was a fad and a trend for a lot of people. Niggas got on this shit because they was drinking sea moss. You know what I mean? And there was nobody to greet them at the door with some type of orientation. So I don't blame it on anybody. It is what it is. You're going to find your way, and you're going to find your frequency, and you're going to find your tribe, and you're going to find your level and whatnot on your own, unfortunately, because that's how this thing is set up. You know what I mean? But it's beginning to blend all throughout this community, where we don't have a definitive identity right now. We don't really know what we are here for. You know what I'm talking about? We really don't. It's not defined enough. It's not defined enough. So I think moving forward, and I'm not trying to remember. I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I'm rough around the edges. You feel me? I got a lot of ratchetness in me, right? However, I'm speaking for individuals who are not here anymore, like some of the elders who represented a certain type of integrity. They represented a certain type of quote unquote, they had a certain type of way about them. I don't feel like our community is upholding and whatnot, while we're letting everything and anything fly. We're not going to be able to manifest as a collective if we don't basically laser in and start focusing on self-mastery as a collective and whatnot. We have to begin to challenge ourselves, because what I'm beginning to see is comfortability, and comfortability is not a winning trait. You're not supposed to be comfortable. We're supposed to be uncomfortable in our evolving and whatnot. I went to the gym earlier today and I was about to pass out, bro. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm in Houston. It's hot. I was on a Stairmaster. I didn't even get to the weights yet, bro. The Stairmaster, and you know, I might have been cheating, you know me, eating barbecue and shit like that, because you know it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna admit it. You know,
you had some chicken. You had some chicken.
I had a shrimp on a barbecue.
Shrimp on a shrimp kebab. You had a shrimp
kebab. So then I went and swam in the pool, and you know, I got in the sauna, and I was able to feel the results of this strenuous exercise a few hours later, right? And sometimes we run from that pain. Sometimes we run from that we run from that uncomfortability of the challenge and whatnot. We don't want to push that weight. We don't want no discomfort. Niggas want a smooth ride. They don't want no bumpy roads. They don't want no cobblestone roads. They don't want no challenges. They just want somebody to hold their hands and basically usher them through VIP, and they don't want to do nothing. And that's not how this shit was set up. You're not going to achieve your greatest results. You're not going to meet your higher self like that. What the fuck are you sacrificing? Wow. Because if you're not giving nothing up, how are you sitting around with your hands out? What do you think you're going to get?
Indeed.
You know, I'm ready to sacrifice sleeping to 7 o'clock because me and Blue Pill want to do a podcast for 4:44 a.m.
Powerful.
But once I start, I can't stop. So I literally have to sit with myself for about 2 weeks and have litigation in my mind as to am I ready for that? But I'm ready to give it up because I want it that bad.
Right.
You know?
Indeed. No, I know, definitely. That self-discipline, I think that is something that's a theme this year, and something that moving forward is going to be extremely important for us as we look for sovereignty, whether it's spiritual sovereignty or economic sovereignty. It requires an immense amount of self-discipline. So I definitely feel you on that, brother. Before we continue, you got a workshop. You got something coming up on the 10th, because we got Stone Mountain on the 9th, and you, AA Rashid, and Blue Pill. Tell the family what's going on the 10th in Atlanta, because Atlanta's popping this next weekend. It's Tassili's Mystic Fair, the video shoot, Stone Mountain. Y'all doing something. Atlanta's popping. So tell the people what's going on, brother.
It's lit, bro. It's lit. We're gonna turn the A up. In 2020, Blue Pill, AA Rashid did a powerful event, and I was the host. And it was one of the first events where everybody was able to gather and come back outside after the lockdown. And it was called Dark Matter Timing. 3 years later, we're doing Dark Matter Timing 23, which is DMT 23. And this is going to double as an art show, right? Because all three of us are master artists. And it's time for us to begin to, venture forth into new areas or new mediums of teaching, right? So as teachers, we are going to teach in many ways, as many ways possible, to the point where the people we begin to, benefit from that. So it's time to teach through the art. It's time to display our artwork. It's time to put out those collectibles for those of us who are art connoisseurs and whatnot. You're going to get to see the artwork of AA Rashid, the artwork of Red and Blue Pillar from the 90s. I'm bringing artwork from the 90s because nostalgia is big. Hip Hop 50 is definitely a theme that we'll be running with and whatnot. And then we're also going to be playing new music. So it'll be an album listening and whatnot, some new music that both me and Blue have been working on, different albums. And you will also get some information in the form of a lecture dealing with dark matter timing, more of a metaphysical breakdown as to what it is that we're talking about right now and what it is that we saw over the summer and whatnot, and really just a follow-up on the prophetic lecture that those two brothers put forth 3 years ago, because they was on and they was talking about basically everything that's going down right now. So it doesn't make sense for the Black Magic family to be in town and y'all don't get experience. So life is about experience, and we want to give y'all the best experience for your time and your attention. And we don't want you to just come to Atlanta and forget about Atlanta. We want you to go home and really have this shit on your heart. We want to charge you up. We want to really charge you up and pour into you so you could do magic. You could do magic, and you're going to see enough, and you're going to be involved in enough stuff this upcoming strong end that's going to allow you to go home, charge up. Then you're going to get the GodPower Part 2 from Billy and Dr. B Serious and Brother Rich in October. And then you'll be able to go into the new calendar year or the first cycle of 2024, Littington. I'm talking about super lit with a vision and a purpose, and you'll be on your job. You know what I mean? And that's how these things work. But don't ever underestimate the power of the gathering. That's the key. Right. The power of the gathering. We look different, we feel different, and we sound different face to face.
Because Red, you was just at and it's interesting, speaking of gathering, you was just at one of the largest gatherings in, I don't know how long at VestFest, had 20,000 people in attendance. Shout out to Earn Your Leisure, 19 Keys, and everybody else that was a part of that. And I'm just curious, what do you think about the financial literacy space, melanated folks, versus the spiritual, esoteric, occult Black folks? Because I know we both can learn from one another in our respective fields and what we do. But what do you see as something we can learn from each other, both groups?
To keep it 1,000 with you, they're learning from us. When you look in that field, many of them started losing weight and focusing on their health and wealth. That wasn't by coincidence. That has a lot to do with the influence of 19 Keys, Blue Pill, the Yaki Awaken episode. The bro, him 500 turned into Slim 500 overnight.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
In front of the whole community, he showed them, I gotta lose I gotta healthen up. I got all this wealth. Well, what the fuck is that if I don't have my health right? So he completely lost like half of his body, you know what I mean? And then there's a lot of other people who were dealing with health issues, terminal health issues, like real shit. I had women coming up to me and I didn't even know. Now, I'm not gonna say that. People were revealing some real private shit to me. You know, I'm not gonna get on the show and speak nobody business, but they were confiding in me about health issues that they were suffering from, and the fact that they came across the information or the data, right? Because this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna separate the data from the people that be delivering it, right? Because the data is gonna save you, not the person delivering the data.
Okay.
The person delivering the data, they trying to save themselves. They're not here to save you. I don't give a fuck if they come out on stage with a cape on. They can't save you. But the data that they hold, or the data that they have in their brain, or the data that they put in a book, or the products that they created, that could assist you, that can help you. And I would say that that's what you should be focusing on. I'm not into the cult of personality worship. I know that shit is big because of the internet and social media.
Huge.
And people have become worshipers of man, and they live vicariously through what they call their favorite people and whatnot. So we live in a day and age where people like you. Like, you got men saying that they like other men. And I'm not knocking nobody's lifestyle. It is what it is. We in the Kali Yuga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. But please refrain from telling other people that you like me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not really here for the likability. I'm not in a likability contest. I was likable when I was a knuckle dragger, when I was into shit like Vanity and Fame and whatnot. Going, you know, that shit don't do nothing for me. Going on down the road, it don't help anything. It won't secure resources. It doesn't sign leases and shit like that. You know, because the same people that's gonna fake love you will fake hate you when your name goes bad. You know what I mean? So, you know, people are out here chasing fame and vanity and acceptance from other people that they don't know on the internet. And that's where shit goes wrong. But let me tell you something. When I was in that building, you know, and of course, conscious people don't like the financial people because they're not getting finances with them. And financial people don't like conscious people because they can't understand half of the shit that the conscious people are talking about, because that's not their field and whatnot. So there's a level of intimidation on both sides. There's a level of intimidation. The conscious people are like, I can't control these niggas. I don't know who they are. Where did they come from? They came out of nowhere. They're taking our light. They're taking our stage. You know what I mean? They're becoming the new rap stars. So yeah, in this egotistical community where people want everybody to pay attention to them, yeah, they will lash out and they will start throwing all kind of darts and bombs at people, rather than saying, how could let me just meet this person first of all. Let me go and because the majority of the people that was talking about the Invest Fest, quiet as kept, wasn't there. And I'm not going to sit up here and advocate for a brand that I'm not a part of. I was there, and I would say this will nullify anybody's critiques. It was a 3-day event, and the first day was free. Explain to me how that's, you know what I mean? Because I'm not even going to get into the argument that people were making. It was unconfounded. They wanted $300 for tickets, $150 for one day, $150 for the other day. But I ask you this: how much did y'all pay to go see Beyonce? How much did y'all pay to go see Lil Baby? How much did y'all pay to go see many of these shows? The Black Women Expo, Black Expo, you know, all of these events, Essence Fest, they all cost money. So certain people are outside of other people's tax brackets, and they keep assuming that because somebody has melanin that we're part of the same tax bracket, or we're in a no. Your audience is broke and they don't pay no money. That's why you mad. This audience, they dealing with finances. They not dealing with other things that are getting in the way of just them focusing on their bread and whatnot. So they have a little more resources. What needs to happen And one of the reasons why I get upset when I see people who claim this community give a bad name to this community with that poor ass, broke ass, poverty mentality is the fact that, look, you talk for yourself. We need, you know what I mean? We would fare better because at the Invest Fest, it wasn't just Diddy and whoever else they try to highlight. You know what I mean? It was thousands upon, it was 20,000 people, first of all. And then the vendor circle had about 1,000 businesses. So the key, and so there was two things going on at once. There was people talking in one room, and then there was the vendor space, which was basically like a humongous marketplace, the biggest shit that I've ever seen in my life, right? So I invested my time. I invested, that's really what I invested, because my face card is good. I can't talk for nobody else. But in my mind, I'm a New Yorker. I said, I mean, I like the $300 ticket, but I'm not paying it. It's just that I don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? You need to pay me because I'm in the building. The fact that they didn't even pay me, nigga, that's how I see it. So I went in the building and I got paid. I ain't pay a coin. I went in the building and got paid. And I went to multiple businesses and I became better at my business. Why? Because my networking skills is on fleek. Because I've been learning. You feel me? I've been in the lab studying and whatnot. So I've been networking. I've been studying AI. I was offering my services to these companies that I clearly see needed my services. And I have multiple services. I actually got tight with my wife because early in the year, when they made the announcement that they had booths available, I was like, yo, go get us a booth. Just go ahead and see the booths and get us one, right? Then when she came back, she was like, yeah, there's $20,000 booths, there's $10,000 booths, and there's $1,000 booths. We were kind of lackadaisical on it. But after I saw what I saw, next year I'm buying $5,000 booths. I'm not buying the $5,000 booth. I'm buying 5 booths at $1,000. Because I'm a serial entrepreneur. I got multiple businesses. I'm going to be able to put my family in booths and help them get money. I'm going to get volunteers and help them get money. I don't have to get everything by myself, but I got 5 different services and products that I want to sell to the people. Fuck that. I'm taking full advantage. You are out of your rabbit ass mind if you think that that's something negative. So you mean to tell me black entrepreneurs, black serial entrepreneurs in the same building with the condition of the economy today, you mean to tell me that there's a problem with that? There's not a problem with that. Whoever paid $1,000 for their booth, and since people want a pocket watch, whoever paid $1,000 for their booth, I guarantee you they made that back times something else. Whoever paid $20,000 for a booth, they made it back. You might not believe it if you in poverty mind state and you be thinking our people are poor and whatnot. I'm here to let you know our people ain't poor. Our people got something going on in life. They be day trading, Forex in it. Some niggas bought Bitcoin when it was only $1 and whatnot. Don't believe the hype. It's because we think everybody's a drug dealer. It's because we think everybody's a stripper. It's because we think everybody's a criminal. We think, and if they're not that, they either broke. There's no in between. And I'm here to let you know you've been lied to. You've been hoodwinked and you've been bamboozled. You want to talk about planetary energy activation? I saw the planetary energy activation with melanated people making thousands of dollars, maybe millions of dollars, and they wasn't doing it in a derogatory way. That's planetary energy activation because their energy was all the way up. I seen people's cavities, they were smiling so much. I seen people that don't even like each other hugging each other at that event. The energy was up. So I'm a little perturbed that individuals who was not in the building tried to soil that event and take away from the memories that many of us were able to obtain. Do not come for our people. All right. Even if you have to have patience and they're weighing conscious guidelines against people that are like borderline woke or not conscious. What are you doing? These people, if they throw and this is what they was doing. I went to Bashir's table This nigga had a stack of 100s like this, right? I said, damn, niggas, my shit lit. That motherfucking, that jury going, right? I didn't know that it was fake money, right? But perception is everything. So they was, I guess they was selling the vendors money, or I don't know what was going on, but I know that certain vendors had bankrolls. Like I'm talking about, the shit looked like a money phone, right? But it was good for business because somebody would come to your table and be like, oh, son is lit, I'm gonna support, right? It's marketing 101. So they was throwing fake money in the air. Who the fuck cares? It was festive. It's a festival. So in festivals, we not stiff-necked. We festive. We gonna enjoy ourselves. My only hang up is that they had security that was Caucasian. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the audio was kind of fucked up in the room because the room was so goddamn big. They had a room that was the size of like 2 football fields with the main stage. But yeah, our people is lit, yo. Don't fall for that. Whenever our people gather to do finances and they talking about entrepreneurship, bring your black ass there, or black technology. You need to pull up and be there and be an asset and not a liability. So yeah, it's imperative that the two worlds meet because we need the funding. They know how to get it. We need investors. I'm perturbed that there's an invest fest and niggas is not doing investments, but that's neither here nor there. I got to talk to Rashad and them and pitch them my pitch deck, because I have a deck. I have an idea to pitch to them. They will turn that shit all the way up. But we need the investors, and I would rather an investment from a melanated man or woman before I get it from Charles Schwab and them at IMF. I would rather sit and make somebody. I would give equity of my business to a melanated man or woman if the paperwork is correct, and if they see my vision and I see theirs. We going into business. We're going into business. I have about 10 prospects that I want to go into business now based off of just networking at the Invest Fest. And I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna just leave it at this. Nigga, my face card and the brand called the Twin Pillars, just based off of the love that I was getting, just based off of the people who was telling me how much my family members have changed their life. And you lit too, Rich. You know, when I say this, you almost like the third twin. You know,
the third pillar.
When they approach me, they don't approach me as an individual, because we don't carry ourselves like that. They approach me as a brand, and they say to me, "Yo, y'all are lit. You might not realize it, but we love you. This place, we loving y'all in this place. Y'all been helping me. I've been watching you since I did it, bro. Oh my goodness, that's right. You know what I mean? Just a lot, and I'm not letting it gas me up, because once again, I don't buy into the fluff, but this is real love. This Mary J. Blige, nigga. This is real love. This is me just testing the face card amongst the people to see where I stand. And they told me that I'm a billionaire walking. I just sit there with my wife. I'm like, shit ain't adding up, babe. It ain't adding up. Because in the real world, crazy. I'm like, babe, there's a disconnection going on. Yeah, I'm talking about. It's like they treated me like Robert Smith.
Oh man, that's a good story, man. That's a good story. Yeah, what do you think, Red, at this time? And what do you think is how important do you think it is for our people, the melanated man and woman, and just everybody in the world in general? Don't even have to be the melanated man, but conscious folks, you know, folks on that frequency, because a lot of folks look like us is on bullshit, as we said earlier right now, but folks that are on that frequency, how important is it for us to hit the mountains, hit these spots on the earth, hit Arizona, hit Sedona, hit Mount Shasta, hit Stone Mountain, hit Florida, hit the oceans and the waters, hit the parks, Central Park. This got to be one of the most important times to hit it up, Red, because the earth is talking to us right now, man. Talk to me about it.
So it's to my understanding and to my knowledge and to my knowing that we are the walking crystals, right? The crystals that we wear and the crystals that we adorn, you know, they can't necessarily get up and walk. So we are those crystals. What better way for us to say thank you to the universe for all of the work that it's been doing, for maneuvering pieces on a chessboard and for waking shit up, but to go on a mountain as a collective and to give her praises and whatnot. We're going on Crystal Mountain that's connected to Shasta, that's connected to other mountains. You could go on top of Crystal Mountain and do a 360 spin, and it's completely surrounded by mountains. I went to LA. I went to Vegas. Nobody really stresses the fact that all of these places are surrounded by mountains. There is no skyline in Vegas without the mountain, Joe. I'm talking about heavy mountain activity in Las Vegas. In LA, I'm looking for the Hollywood sign. I'm seeing nothing but mountains. I'm like, and the mountains are snow-capped. I'm like, y'all niggas are selling us the Bloods and the Crips, and y'all live in a state where there's mountains. Like, you're not selling your city the right way to us. So these sacred spaces, what better way for us to say thank you? What better way for us to say turn that shit up a few notches more? What better way for us to say we're paying attention and we know that the ancestors are working, right? Because once again, we have a pantheon of ancestors who recently crossed over. Rising power to Clemson Brown. We have a pantheon of ancestors. They was in the trenches with us. They understand the challenges that we facing. So what the hell do you think that they on the other side doing for us? What do you think Baba Kalindi is doing? What do you think Delbert Blair is doing? What do you think Dr. Sadie is doing? People are still keeping their name alive. People are still, they still have them on their altars. They still summoning them. So I'm like this. This is the work of the ancestors. I'm not putting no power in nobody else's hands. I'm like, yo, Pachimama is waking up. Gaia is waking, whatever name you want to give it to her, she is waking the fuck up. Do you know it just flooded at the Burning Man in the desert?
I heard. Explain what happened. What's going on with that? People ask.
So the Burning Man Festival is like a week long. They got 70,000 people out there, right? These are enlightened Caucasians, and you know, and the help. They're out there. They're at the Burning Man. You know what I mean? Which is an annual festival. And then they get a torrential rainfall at night. There's basically 2 to 3 days worth of rain. We're talking about in the desert. So in the desert, you got these dirt roads and shit like that, and it turned into thick mud. So they can't get up out of there and whatnot. And they're talking about that they might be Ebola or some other type of airborne pathogen out there. Don't quote me on that. That's just, you know what I mean? That's some of the I was hearing some words about that. FEMA's out there. But yeah, Burning Man. Look, Tony, it never rains in where? Southern California. They had a flood. Yeah, Southern California flooded about a week ago. Come on, y'all. So we just, you know, and the mud is good for white folk that's at Burning Man. They're gonna know what to do with the mud. They just make mud masks, so they're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? But it's just it's something that you would never basically you wouldn't think that it was gonna rain in the desert. So the poles have shifted. You know what I mean? The great shit is going crazy. You know, they're trying to put all of the power somewhere else with this climate change and all of these other quote unquote distractions and whatnot. But we're saying fuck all of that. There's nothing to do with climate change. This is the fucking Kali Yuga. This is the end, my niggas. This is that time. You're gonna see the red and blue star Kachina. Everything is going on because what happened? What did everybody on your show who came through say? Savon said it. Rod said it. Billy said it. Dr. B said it. Sister Myra said it. They all said that the gods are coming back. Not that they're coming back. Nigga, they here. We all showed up for something. We incarnate. Look, the babies is coming through. Nigga, Christiane Rock just had a fucking child on live. 300,000 people was in attendance. She gave labor on Labor Day. I'm not mad at her, right? The fact that a mother is on live pushing a fucking child out, you know what I mean, with all her chains on and whatnot. We're in some different times, y'all. You know, real different. Yeah. The gods and the goddesses had come back to basically see something occur. We are here to see the fulfillment of a destiny. And that destiny is beginning to fulfill itself in self-prophecy on a daily basis. That fulfillment of the prophecy will definitely speed up when the Godhead visits the sacred sites. We have to go to the mounds. We have to go to the crystal mountains. We have to get in the ocean. Sabir Bey, salute to the Moor, the traveling Moor. We got to go to these Moorish provinces. He's walking through the castles. We need 100 Moors with fezzes on walking through Spain. You know what I mean? Fuck the bull run. We need the Moors to run through Spain. Okay? Playing J Electronica, playing Mos Def, you know what I mean? Playing Nina Simone. We need shit like, we need to disrupt some of these places. France is falling, Paris, you know what I mean? All of that is falling. Africa is rising. We need to be on the continent with Burna Boy and them niggas. We need to be in the auditorium, in the stadium when they doing concerts, doing our rituals, being able to siphon all of that type of energy. Okay, Africa is the future, like it was predicted, but this shit is really beginning to look exciting.
Yeah, Akon was just talking about that.
It's really beginning to look exciting. And as Africa rises up, Europe rises up, because the Africans are in Europe, and there's millions of Africans in the fucking ocean through from right there where Morocco, where, you know what I mean, the Straits of Gibraltar, where all of those migrants keep dying in the oceans and whatnot. Yeah, all of that energy is about to rise up. Hannibal's energy is going to rise up. You feel me? Because it's been predicted, and these are the days that we're in, and we are those same ancestors. So why not go back? Do your, I wouldn't say your DNA, find out if you could do your genealogy and whatnot. Based on your genealogy results, then you know where to venture forth on a morphogenetic grid and whatnot, so you could charge it up.
No, indeed.
You know?
Yeah, you know where you know where I want to make a trip, Red. I want to make a trip with the family one year to see the Northern Lights, man.
Right.
I tell you, I got a fascination with the Northern Lights.
You know that they moved. Yeah, they was local this summer, Rich. Just because the poles have shifted.
Oh. I thought you had to go to Iceland. They be out in Iceland and Finland and Norway and over there, right?
You didn't even have to go that far. That shit coming to you, Rich. It's gonna be in fucking Harlem soon. The Northern Lights coming to a theater near you. It literally shifted. It was hanging out. It was in somebody's Airbnb this summer. Whoever knows where it was at, let me know. But yeah, I would love to do the Aurora Borealis on $8 grand.
Said Denmark. Okay, yeah. Nah, we got to do that, Red. We got to put it out there in the ether. We got to make a trip to see the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. It's fire, family. It's fire. We're gonna do a lot of things in the next couple of years, family, as the poles shift and as the times change. You know, you'll be seeing different things happening, because we are just representations of, you know, what's going on in the cosmos. So if things change up there, things is going to change down here. If things change inside, we know how to go. Yeah,
of course. You know what? I would love to put a assignment out there. If there's any researchers in the audience, when we show up on 9/9, if somebody could bring a literal chart of all of the planetary shifts that have taken place from 9/9/2022 to 9/9/2023, I would give you something. I'm coming with gifts. I'm coming with presents. So I would give you something for your volunteer work and whatnot. But I want to read out, when we're on Crystal Mountain, all of the shifts that are taking place, because the news cycle is going so fast. The timeline is moving so fast. Shit is going on that we're forgetting to praise. We're forgetting to give thanks. We're forgetting to lay honors to. We're forgetting to be like, yo, we don't even have time to sit down and think. So I want to catalog all of the quote unquote mystical occurrences that have blossomed ever since our grand ritual on that Crystal Mountain where we brought the sun out. You feel me? We brought the sun out.
That was fire.
You feel me? So we enacted something that day. We put something forth. And it's only right that when we return, we give praise and honors to Obatala. We bring, you know what I mean? We bring what we got to bring, but we also have to say it. We also have to say that we recognize what it's been doing for us. We also have to verbally put it out there and whatnot, and then ask to turn that shit up a few more notches, and then, you know, be prepared to strap in, because we're in a quantum quickening, so it's not finna slow down. You about to see some shit that you've never ever seen before. Bet your bottom dollar on it. You know, it's that point in the movie where the plot twist is about to happen. This is that point. We getting real close on it. They starting to cue the music, but we're getting to that point where they're gonna reveal something, and it's not that the they that I speak of is the universe.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Red, real quick, I want to tell everybody who's coming. It's going down once again, family. It's going down next Saturday, September 9th, 2023. We're making the trip up Stone Mountain. We're meeting at the walk-up trail, 6:30, 6:45 a.m. Get there 6:45, 6:30, doesn't matter. But we're gonna start making our way up the mountain around 6:45. One thing I want to tell y'all: wear shoes that have a good grip on it. I went to Stone Mountain 2 weeks ago, and I wore some old sneakers. What they called forgot what they call some Nike sneakers. No, I was wearing my Yeezys, but I didn't wore the shit out of my Yeezys, the all black joints, and the grip ain't as good, and I was slipping and sliding. So when y'all come to Stone Mountain, get a fresh. You don't have to wear a fresh pair, but have a pair of sneakers that have a good grip, family. I want all of us to be safe. Another thing to keep in mind, family, it is not a race. When you are going up Stone Mountain, take your time, family. Take your time. No, we're not racing at all. Take your time, family. Get some good sneakers and bring water so you can be hydrated. People are asking what to bring. Bring water so you can be hydrated, family. If you need something to eat, if you're that type of individual, bring you some fruit, a banana, an orange. Orange vitamin C might be good for you for energetic purposes. But yeah, those are some of the things that I would say to make sure you have, family. Once again, this is next Saturday. There's no tickets. You don't need tickets for Stone Mountain. It's what y'all will call free, but it's not free because you're giving us your time. You invested in yourself. You see, you invest in your energy in this, so you still invest in something. So let's get rid of that word free. We invest our energy in anything we do, whether we give it a fiat or not. Just our attention, we're investing our currency in it. So just bring your avatar there, and you're good to go, family. Once again, tell them about the next day, Red, because that's Saturday. Tell them about the next day one. And the link for what Red is talking about now is pinned at the top of the chat.
Yes, indeed. The next day is going to be an art show / album listening / lecture. And that's going to be taking place at a spot called Industry, right off of Fulton Industrial. It is a beautiful venue. Okay. It was limited before, but we opened up the venue. We opened it up. We bought more space in it and whatnot. So it will be able to hold about 300 people. So the tickets are on KTLUniversity.com, KTLUniversity.com. And I actually have a store-wide sale going on from yesterday up until Tuesday, up until the day after Labor Day, because we respect Labor Day where I'm from. You know what I mean? We respect Labor Day, and it's Virgo season, so we giving love to the Virgos and whatnot. So we got a sale going on, so take advantage of that and get your tickets and whatnot. And we will definitely see you in the building. It's gonna be me, AA, and Blue, but we have Ra Aku. We got special guests, and we are looking for. We got about three to four slots for vendors. I think we got about 3 to 4 slots for vendors. So if you're a vendor and you want to rock, hit me up any way that you could contact me via email or on IG. And yeah, it's going to be special. We're going to have merch in the building. We're going to have food in the building. We're going to have music in the building. We're going to have artwork. You'll get this is the first time you'll get to see some of the artwork that we've been producing for over 30 years and whatnot. We're going to be bringing that out. Of course, you know, AA is a master artist. He'll be bringing out he has a new book that he wrote. He'll be breaking out some new pieces, some new prints. He's going to have some clothes and whatnot. So yeah, man, come and celebrate with us, turn up with us, have fun with us, have a great experience. That's what this is about. Making sure that we all have a great experience and leaving you with some high level information that you could apply to your life.
Indeed, indeed. Let's get to a couple of questions from the people. Oh man, Red, I'm feeling a little weak. I tell you I was fasting. Feeling a little weak, man. You, I feel a little weak right now. But let's get some questions from the family. Let me see. What time are we to meet? Like I said, get there 6:30, between 6:30 and 6:45. And we're gonna make our way up the mountain. So yeah, get there between 6:30, 6:45. And that is at the walk-up trail. As soon as you enter Stone Mountain, Google Stone Mountain, the address will come up. You ask they will have the toll the people in like the toll booths or whatever, and they will tell you where walk-up trail is at. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. So the video shoot for Magic, the name of the song is actually Houdini. That is going to be, we're going to start that around noonish, and that's going to be at Tassili's Raw Reality Cafe. All right,
in the West End.
Yeah, in the West End. I'm gonna put up a post with the address to everything tomorrow. But that will be the actual video shoot is going to be around noon. We're going up Stone Mountain first thing in the morning, but the video shoot will be around noon. We're gonna get there around noon. So get there noon for the video shoot. If you don't have to come to both, you could go to one or go to the other. It's totally up to you. All right.
Yes.
Let's get to another question.
But we definitely, you know, for the family who might not have it like that, you know, like Rich said, all you got to pay is your attention when you come to Stone Mountain. I would suggest getting dropped off, you know what I mean, in like an Uber or something, because I don't rock with the I don't put no bread into Stone Mountain's pockets at all. Like, I'm the kind of nigga that will drive up to the front gate and be like, nah, I'm not paying. Like, if they ask me to pay for parking, I refuse. Like, I deny that. And they let me through. It might not work for everybody, but
yeah, don't put that in the people's head and they go there trying to start a revolution. Now we got a job to do, family. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. We got a job to do.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Don't have them. We have a whole group at the gate screaming, "We not paying."
Right. Don't, you know?
It's like,
my thing is
like $10 or something.
It's worth. Yeah, it's a worthy investment. The key is the gathering. Like I said, you can't put a price on the gathering. Henceforth, what we were talking about in InvestFest, you can't put a price on networking. You can't put a price on being amongst people who you only see through your phone and whatnot. You feel me? It's a different feeling when you see somebody in real life. You know what I mean? I encourage people to meet their heroes. Don't just continue to look at your heroes through a goddamn screen and whatnot, and you never felt these people's energy. You don't even know how you feel around these people. You don't know how your spirit takes to somebody in real life.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Also, shout out to that episode. Shout out to 19 Keys and Earn Your Leisure. I interviewed 19 Keys about 2 months ago at the Apollo Theater, and they aired the episode today on the Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel. So if you want to see me interview 19 Keys live on stage, you can head over to the Earn Your Leisure channel. The episode premiered today. It says it's 19 Keys and Yaki. It's one of the latest videos on the channel. But you can head over there to check out that interview because that was a fire interview.
Great job, Rich. Yeah, great job.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yaki and everybody else that was there.
Yeah, Yaki did his thing. Somebody asked me what's the code. Free labor. The code for the discount for the ticket is free labor, right? Spelled out the same way it sounds. Free labor. Yeah.
Will there be a live link? I think it would be dope to link from Serpent Mound. What they mean? What are we gonna live stream it? Is that what they mean, right?
Yeah, they're gonna probably be on Serpent Mound at that same time, and they saying that they want to see it. Yeah, I mean, Rich went live last year.
From my phone. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Phone.
it from my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna do it from my phone for y'all.
We
So
wouldn't leave y'all out there like that, man. We not cool.
For those of y'all who can't make it, I will not the whole thing because the phone dies so fast when you up there, and so I'm gonna film some of it from Stone Mountain. Some of it I just got to be in my head and beat it myself, so I won't be filming the entire thing because I gotta tap in. But I will film some of it from my phone, family.
Right.
All right. Let's get to another question. Let's see. Somebody said I got shrooms for you and Red at the art show. For you, Red at the art show.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Let's see. Let's get to another question. Is that all the questions y'all got? Somebody said, what type of foot? Just wear good footwear. Good footwear with a good grip.
Yeah.
Don't listen
I
to
wore
them.
some Timbs. Yeah, I wore some New York City Timbs, some butters up, and that shit. By the time I got to the top of the mountain, my feet was like 20 pounds, bro.
Ooh.
And boots was getting, them shits was getting heavy on me.
Yeah.
So maybe not the construction Timbs to climb Stone Mountain, my New York niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You might, a pair of J's, you know what I mean? All Rich is saying is, don't wear the sneakers with the karate slipper sole.
Yeah, man. No, if you have Payless sneakers, do not come. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. They just don't have a good grip. So I would not advise it. We just wear good grips. We're not going to complicate it, but just wear, sneakers with a good grip, good quality sneakers. That's it. Let me see. Somebody sent the super chat. I think, damn, this is my first super chat. You know what's funny? We talked about invested in finances. This is my first super chat the whole night at the 111 mark. Thank you. At the 111 mark of the video, 1 hour and 11 minutes, I got my first super chat. Woo! I'm so blessed, man. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great, man. I don't know, man. Hey, it is what it is. But listen, Janice wants to know, says, I look forward to these magical events. Thank y'all. Question. How she says, Janice, number 11, how this God plays a part in our life experience. Can you see that? Do you know it's
I know. Yeah, tell it, elaborate a little bit.
Yeah. Janice, if you could elaborate a little bit, that will be greatly appreciated. That would be greatly appreciated. All right, but I do appreciate you with the super chat. But I'm gonna look for your name. If you elaborate a little bit, that would be appreciated. Let's see if I see any. Oh,
look, somebody says room for rent around the corner from Stone Mountain. Lisa Wallace, can you highlight that? You see, yeah, that's why certain like that InvestFest thing is kind of important, because the Airbnb owners are there, like the people who own Airbnb. I know it's
Blue, man. Blue, man. Blue, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. My background is probably somewhat noisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good, Blue. We about to wrap it up in about 15 minutes. We just take a Q&A. We're connected with the people about Stone Mountain and that next weekend festivities in Atlanta. The people are excited. We're excited. We're talking about experiencing consciousness and not just watching it on YouTube. Things you talk about for many years, climbing mountains, going to these different sites all across the globe. And it's been a great conversation, man. So I'm glad you was able to make
Earlier
it.
today, I did my 60-second sermon. It was called The Sermon on the Fount. And this was a precursor to next Saturday, which will be the Sermon on the Mount. Just now, I just came from performing an ancestral baptismal. The rebirth and the pontification of Pope Pablo has officially taken place. You're looking at a new face, the progenitor of a new race. We are the Homo sapiens coming to take back what was ours from the Homo sapiens.
Indeed.
right.
Right?
Indeed.
Any opposition, we erasing them. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the freestyle flow because literally I just came from out of a waterfall, and in the waterfall we had a baptismal initiation process. I went inside of a cave and came out of it, you know what I'm saying, inside of Mother Earth. I mean, just the experiences that we've been having is very hard to put into words. You really have to experience it. I'm so honored, you know, to be able to bring this energy that I'm garnering, you know, to Atlanta because these mountain systems are connected.
Oh, Blue, can you hear me?
Yes,
Somebody wants to know, can you bring Shasta water with you to Stone Mountain?
yes, I will be bringing the water with me.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to be bringing water, but we are the water as well. And the fact that my feet has touched the water and resonated with it, you know, and we're going to be bringing it to Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain, Mount Shasta, and Pilot Mountain connect because they are part of a volcanic system. So underneath, 16 miles underneath Stone Mountain is a volcano, and this volcanic system connects all volcanoes. So the work that we're doing here on Stone Mountain, I mean, right here now on Shasta, which is the heart chakra. I mean, this is the root chakra of the planetary grid system, which also makes it the crown chakra. Maui is the heart chakra. So the attack on the heart chakra of the planetary grid system does what? It discombobulates whatever the foundation or the crown is. You hit the middle and you knock the wobble off. So we're here restoring the balance, understanding our mission as, you know, as earth gritters, you know what I'm saying, as people that are earth keepers, you know what I'm saying, as children of Mama Earth. So thank you for the opportunity once again, you know what I'm saying, to join forces with you, put this calling out so we could bring the melanated people back to the mountains so they can get the medicine necessary for our transmigration, you feel me, and our transmutation into the beings that we was always destined to be. Trust me, the land is alive. Mama's proud of us. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. We're going to see you on Saturday for that entire weekend for that strong end. I'm telling you, we're going up. And then we're going to Sedona to cap it all off. So this is a tour de France of the Earth grid system, plugging in, charging up, grounded with Mama, you know, crystallizing consciousness. And with that, I want to say peace.
Peace, my brother. All right. So Blue Pill came and blessed us with his presence.
That's right.
Indeed, indeed. Shout out to him. He's in Mount.
Bro,
He's at Mount Shasta right now. Yeah.
Please understand, I have Emmy, Oscar worthy footage. You know, content is king. I will not let y'all down. Trust me. I can show you better than I can tell you, but also it's better for you to experience it. But in the meantime, in between time, you're gonna be able to see it on big screen.
Can't wait.
We got it, bro. I'm telling you. We the ones, y'all.
Can't wait.
I ain't get it yet.
Can't wait. Let me mute Blue's mic because it's a little.
Again.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. Can't wait to get that footage. We about to wrap it up. Anything else you want to tell the people, Red, before we wrap up, man, about this monumental weekend? It's going down next week. Once again, the link for the event with AA Blue and Red at the top of the chat.
Yes, yeah. All I want to say is, you know, that will be a live stream available for that too, for the family that won't be able to make it. We're making it available for y'all as well. What a way to end the summer, right? This has been a very powerful summer. A lot of things have been going on this summer that we probably haven't been able to slow down and even smell the flowers, because we are in the quickening. A lot of these months were ending before we were ready for it to end. However, when we converge on Crystal Mountain as a collective and whatnot, we're going to collectively slow time down. We're going to be able to breathe in for the moment. And then we're going to be able to charge the remaining 12 months, this in front of us and whatnot, from on top of that mountain. And immediately after we charge that mountain, we get to work on a video shoot with Kambata. We get to, you know what I mean? So nothing stops. It's still a cycle that's continuing because it's not time to stop. We cannot stop yet. We have to keep it moving. We actually have to put our feet a little bit on the gas, a little heavier on the gas. We gotta push the, you know what I mean? We gotta push the limits, y'all. We gotta push the limits. We're doing a lot right now just with minimum power. So imagine when we really put our feet on the gas and whatnot. So for everybody that's ready to tap into their God power or their blueprint for God power, it's gonna start right on Crystal Mountain at the base of it. And as we go up it, I want you to envision that climb up the mountain with that climb in consciousness, or that climb coinciding with your journey and whatnot. There's going to come times where you're going to want to tap out. There's going to come times where your ass just got to sit down and breathe a little bit. There's going to come times when you're going to look around and look for help, for somebody to hold you up and bring you up that mountain, or even walk you down it and whatnot. And it's all good, because what the hell? We're not doing this by ourselves. We don't have to do it by ourselves. We didn't sign up to do this by ourselves. So the power of the collective is when we come together and when we form Voltron and we operate in the frequency of love. That's what I come with. It's a fiery love, but it's love.
Keep talking, man. Don't ruin the vibe, man. I got the bowl, man.
I have a lot of I'm enthusiastic about the next few days and whatnot, because I'm going to be in the lab, and for the day after the event, when we go and do this art show with the good brother AA and me and Blue, yeah, we're going to turn up. Go out and the art degree, because he is a better artist than probably all of us, you know what I mean? But we can't let everything out at once. Shout out to KT, the arts degree, you know what I mean? You know, indeed. So we just been working, and it's time to reveal this work. It's time to share this work, and it's time to let this work go, because we have to get it out there. We have to let the people take this work and take it in other places, and do it that way. Do as much as we happen. But yo, I'm lit, man. I'm very excited. This feels a lot more powerful than last year.
Red, when I hit the sound bowl, your voice was supposed to change, and you were supposed to start talking like that, so it could align with the sound bowl. You didn't get it. You supposed to like be in character, brother. Like you supposed to know this. I tried to communicate it with you telepathically, but you ain't get it. Come on, man. Let's do this. Give us some of them pillar prophecies or something. Yeah, give us.
So, what we've been witnessing on a global scale, collectively and individually, as the world turns, is the pillars of Hercules are falling, the veil is being lifted, and the prophecies of the ancestors are coming true. We are the prophecies of our ancestors. So it is only right that we gather the universe, and we also put our intentions into this crystal that is connected to many monuments, megalithic structures all across North America. And our willpower and our intentions are our magic. And I can do magic, and so can you.
Yes.
So transport your physical avatar to Crystal Mountain on 9/9. We look forward to greeting you, to seeing you, and to being one with you. And with that being said, love and light to the family, and we look forward to tapping in with you.
Yo, we was having a good time, but that was powerful, y'all. I appreciate that. Red Pill is going down next weekend. The link is once again is pinned at the top of the chat. It will also be in the description. Make sure y'all make it. It's a whole weekend of festivities, so it's definitely worth it to come through. Let's go through this once again. Saturday morning, 6:30, 6:45. Meet us at the mountain, Stone Mountain, walk-up trail. We're going up the mountain. We're going to do our things. We're going to engage in a quantum meditation, a mass meditation. By noon, we're making our way to Tarsili's Raw Reality Cafe to shoot the video, the magic video with me and Kambada Later on that night, it's going to be popping at Tassili's spot. She's having a Mystic Affair weekend with all types of performances and vendors and food and treats. All types of things is going down this weekend. Sunday, Red Pill, Blue Pill, AA Rashid, they're having an event. You could go back to Tassili Sunday. She's doing something on Sunday as well. So it's just going to be popping that whole weekend. This is Brother Rich Black Magic with Red Pillar from KTL. We signing out of here, family. Peace. I'm going to go get some rest, family. Peace.
Peace.
All right.